Let's get right into it. Today, we're going to crack the code on one of the most important and often feared questions in your board exams, formal email writing. We are going to turn any confusion you might have into total confidence.
You know that feeling, right? When you see the email writing section on the exam paper and your stomach does a little flip, yeah, you are definitely not alone. It's a question that trips up so many students, but it really doesn't have to.
In fact, and you might not believe this, once you know the formula, it's one of the easiest places in the entire exam to score full marks. And today, I'm giving you the exact blueprint to do just that.
So, here's our game plan. We'll first tackle that exam anxiety head-on. Then, we'll reveal the scoring formula so you know where every point comes from. We'll build an email together, step by step, cover the key rules for success, and finally, we'll analyze a complete example so you can see all of this in action.
Okay, let's dive in. The key to absolutely nailing exam emails isn't about being some kind of creative writing genius. Nope, it's about knowing the formula and understanding exactly where every single mark comes from.
Just take a look at this breakdown. Half a mark for the to address, half for the subject, half for the salutation. These are easy, guaranteed points if you just follow the structure. It's low-hanging fruit. The biggest piece of the pie, 2 whole marks, goes to the body. And don't you worry, we'll cover exactly how to nail that part.
So, how do we actually put all these pieces together into a perfect, high-scoring email? Let's build one right now, component by component.
We're going to walk through these 6 core parts, from the very first thing you write to the very last. By the end of this, you'll have a rock-solid template locked in your mind.
First up, the to address. It has to be complete and it has to look plausible. But here is a game-changing tip. Do not waste precious exam time trying to invent an email address on the spot. Go into that exam hall prepared with 5 or 6 professional-sounding IDs ready to use. It's a total lifesaver.
Next, the subject line. This is probably the easiest half mark you will ever get in your life. I'm not kidding. All you have to do is take the main idea directly from the exam question and turn it into a short, clear summary. That's it. Half a mark in the bag.
Now this slide shows a super simple but absolutely crucial rule for presentation. After your subject line, leave a blank line. Then write your salutation, Dear Sir or Dear Madam, and then, you guessed it, leave another blank line. This spacing is key for a neat professional look that examiners really appreciate.
Your opening sentence needs to get straight to the point. No fluff, no long introductions. Just like this example, you want to immediately state who you are and what the purpose of the email is. This one clearly establishes the context right away. It's about a Teacher's Day program.
Okay, now for the body, the part that's worth those 2 full marks. What's the secret here? Believe it or not, less is more. You do not need to write a long essay. Just 3 to 4 clear, concise lines that directly address what the question asks for. That's all you need to get your message across and secure those points.
So how do you wrap it all up? With a closing sentence that is polite, positive, and forward-looking. This example right here is perfect. It's formal, it's hopeful, and it clearly signals that your message is coming to an end.
And finally, the subscription. The format here needs to be exact. Yours faithfully, and you have to have that comma. On the very next line, put your full name. And on the line right after that, your designation. Simple, clean, and totally correct. Now that we have the structure, let's go over a few unbreakable rules for success. You'll want to pay close attention here, because these are the little details that separate a pretty good email from a perfect scoring one. So the most important point is to keep it formal. That means no slang, no text speak like you for you, and please write out the full word and. Don't use the and symbol. And this is a super common mistake. Never ever put an apostrophe in yours. It's Y-O-U-R-S. Burn that into your memory.
Remember, appearance really matters. That spacing we talked about makes your email look clean and easy for the examiner to read, which always creates a better subconscious impression. And always end on that positive note. Using words like hoping or looking forward just adds that professional, polite touch. Theory is great, but seeing it all in practice is so much better. Let's break down a complete sample email to see how all these rules and all these components come together perfectly.
Okay, here's the scenario. You are the president of a children's club, and you're writing to the manager of a local supermarket. You have 2 main goals. First, get permission to display a notice, and second, ask for a little bit of sponsorship for an event. So, notice how this opening immediately sets the scene. Teacher's Day gives the context, residence identifies who's sending it, and express our gratitude states the positive reason why. The manager instantly understands the what and the why without any wasted words at all.
Now here's the core of the email, what you're actually asking for. Notice how it handles both requests with polite but also very direct language. We would be grateful if you allow us for permission, and we also request you to please sponsor for the sponsorship. It's perfectly clear, respectful, and super effective.
And the email ends with that perfect closing we talked about. It's a hopeful, professional sign-off that leaves a positive final impression on the manager right before they see your name. So, you see, the main takeaway here is to think of the email not as some big writing test, but more like a puzzle. Each piece, the correct format, the polite language, the neat spacing, has a very specific place. If you put them all together correctly, you solve the puzzle and you get the full marks.
So, let me end with this question for you. After seeing just how vital that polite and positive tone is, what's one word you'll now make sure to use in your closing sentence? Is it going to be hoping, anticipating, or looking forward? Pick one. Lock it in your mind. You've totally got this.